Hey, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had one of those days where you feel so good? I mean, you're handling this whole sight loss thing fantastically, and you're going out and enjoying things with your friends and all that stuff, and then the next day, it feels like that day never existed, and you feel so worn down and terrible. Has that ever happened to you? What's up, VIPs? Welcome to my channel, and I know that in my own experience after all these years, I've had moments where it seems like one day is just amazing, and then the next day is terrible. And I'm like, wasn't I fine 24 hours ago? Wasn't I, in a good mood 24 hours ago? Wasn't I dealing with this whole sight loss thing amazingly 24 hours ago? What happened in these 24 hours to make it feel like my life is over? By the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Derek and I help people just like you to discover life after sight loss. On this channel, we do product reviews, life advice, encouragement, how-tos, and so much more. So if you are new, I'd love for you to consider subscribing to my channel and hitting that bell icon so that you don't miss another single video. Now, if you are like me and like so many other people I know, you've had these moments. It feels like life is going great, and then all of a sudden, it's over. Like you have trouble getting out of bed, you don't want to do anything, you're crying, that something's happened, and it makes you feel like your life's never gonna be good again. I mean, you've had these moments, and then maybe the next day, it's fine, everything's good. When I was in college, and I had a college roommate, we used to call it having a bad eye day. I don't know why we called it that, but that's just what we went with. I'm having a bad eye day. And he knew in that moment that day was going to be different. For so many days, I'm just a person who likes to joke around. I'll joke about my sight. I'll make fun of myself. We have a good time. It is what it is. But on a bad eye day, I didn't want any jokes about sight. I didn't want to make fun of it. I didn't want to even talk about it, really. And he knew that, and it was just one of those days where it just wasn't that good. You see, it's really, really normal for things like this to happen. When you experience grief and loss, whether it's loss of a loved one, loss of sight, loss of something, you go through times when it seems really good. And usually the longer it is, the longer the good times. That's not always the case, but typically. But there's still those moments, those days when it's like, oh my gosh, this is awful. And you might have recently lost your sight and it's been a couple of months and you're experiencing a lot of those back and forths. But even after years, I still experience those days where I'm like, is this ever going to get any better? Why is it like this? This is awful. And the reality is, it's not awful. It's just the way it is. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just the day. And sometimes we have bad days. And I want you to know that if you have a bad day, especially after having a really, really good day, that's okay. That's really normal. And I know sometimes I hate saying, hey, you're normal. Welcome to the club. That's just the way it is. But that's just how life goes sometimes. So don't beat yourself up and don't be surprised if you have a really bad day immediately following a really good day. Sometimes it's just like we're on the high and then down the roller coaster we go. And we'll come back up. Maybe the next day you'll be fine again. Maybe it won't be as high as the day before, but you'll come back and you'll sort of balance yourself out. You normalize. Now, I will say this just as a point of reference because I'm not a medical professional. If you're having tons of highs and lows, if you're high one day and really low the next, and that's just going like that, you might want to see a medical professional, maybe your doctor, counselor, something like that, because that could be other things. But if you're just experiencing normal things like, hey, today was a rough day and I balanced myself out the next day, that's pretty normal. And don't beat yourself up about it. And don't worry that you're not going to do much that day, because that's just how it goes sometimes. So my question for you today is this: have you ever experienced a really good day backed up by a really bad day? How did you handle it? I'd love to hear about it, and I know others would as well, so let me know in the comments below. Hey, if you like this video, if you found it encouraging, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with somebody that you know, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss another single video. Thanks so much for watching wherever you are, and until next time, remember, sight loss isn't the end, it's just the beginning. My name is Derek Daniel from LifeAfterSightLoss.com, and I'll see you in the next one.